After you have gone through the story about the tenses and also about the subject verb agreement table which we have done, and you must be aware about which helping verb is used with which topic. Now let's get in the detailed discussion of the simple form of tenses. So the heading is simple form of tenses. Primarily there are three kind of tenses, like I said, present, past and future. What is present? Right now I am teaching you. So this is present. Okay, before I started teaching you, I was cooking something in the kitchen. So that was past tense. I was cooking in the kitchen. And after I complete recording this video, I am just going to relax myself. So I will be relaxing. So that is going to be future tense. So I hope you're clear. Present means right now whatever I'm doing. Past whatever I did before. Future what I'll do next. Okay. Right now it's 8 o'clock. 7:30 is your past tense. 8 o'clock is your present tense. After half an hour it will be 8:30. That is your future tense. So I hope there is no confusion about understanding it. Now let's come to the simple form. In the simple form, the rule goes like this. In the simple present tense, we use the verb one. That is the first form of the verb. When you studied the chapter of verbs, you had done the various forms of verbs, like for example, eat, ate, eaten, drink, drank, drunk, play, played, played, etc. So what are these? These are verb forms. So the first column, the base form of the verb is referred as V1. So in present tense, we used V1 form of the verb, and along with that, we use S or es. So what is the rule? V1 plus S or es. This is what you have to remember. Okay. Then how to remember past tense? Present tense, you can see it is in the first column. Okay. Past tense is in the second column. ठीक है? And past tense क्या करता है? Cheating तो करता है, but smartly. So it is not blindly going to follow the present tense. What is it going to do? It is going to use the verb, but it is going to use the second form. First तो इसने ले लिया. So he said, I will take the second form. He is using the second form of the word. Okay. Next we have the future. Now one unique thing you will see about future is in love with the word will and shall. Okay. So will and shall वो कभी नहीं छोड़ता. Will and shall will always be there whichever form of tense we study. Okay. But like I said, it is a copycat. And it copies whom? It always copies the present tense. So which form of the verb is present tense using? Present tense is using V1. So it will use V1 form of the tense. But do remember S and ES. This portion is used only by present tense. This portion future tense is not using. But yes, of course, base form of the verb even future is using. Now you must be thinking why ma'am is just going on with these definitions which are just going over the head. So let's take it in the form of sentences. I'm sure it will be clear to you. We have taken the verb eat. So eat is the basic form of the verb. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat is the V1 form. And as per my rule, S or ES should be added. So in it, we always add S. We don't add ES. So he eats an apple. Simple present tense, the sentence is he eats an apple. In the past tense, if I tell you convert the same sentence into past tense, what are you going to do? You are just going to touch the verb. And what are you going to do with the verb? Out here, eats, you will change it into V2. Because what is our rule? V2 form of the verb is used. So you will write he ate an apple. Now I am telling you, convert the same sentence into future tense. So like I said, will or shall. So he will and verb first form. So I have used he will eat an apple. So you must have noticed how we are applying the rules which I have written above in the sentence, and we are able to convert the sentence from one form to the another another. Let us take another example. He leaves in the morning at 8. Out here I have taken the verb leave, and like I said, the rule is S or ES needs to be added. So I have added ES out here. It becomes leaves. So he leaves in the morning at 8. Now what is the second form of the verb? Second form of the verb is leave, left, left. So out here I am going to use the V2 form. If I have to convert the same sentence into past, I am going to use the verb second form. I have highlighted it. He left in the morning at 8. So you will see the meaning of the sentence remains the same, only the time is changing. When I say he leaves in the morning, we are talking about simple present. Har roz a person is going, every day a person is going. When I say he left, यानी कि he had left, ये past की बात हो रही है. Is it clear? Next, when I say he will leave, so wherever you see the word will or shall, you should be able to identify first thing that it is in future tense. By seeing will and shall, you can identify it as in future tense. Next, to know future tense, which form are we talking about? So you have to refer to the rule. So out here you can see eat. Eat word means the basic form of the verb. In which rule do we use the basic form of the verb? In simple future tense. In simple, we are studying the simple form of tenses. So in simple future we use V1. So I will say he will eat an apple. He will leave in the morning at 8. So will leave out here is your will plus V1. Okay, let us take another example. Say suppose my sentence is I will ask you to make a sentence with play word. Okay, and I make the sentence Rohit plays the piano. Plays, V plus S. Play is the base form. Play, played, played. Play is the base form. So Rohit plays the piano. It becomes your simple present tense sentence. If you tell me, ma'am, please change it into past, so I will change the word play into V2. So I will use played instead of plays, and the rest of the sentence remains same. Rohit played the piano. If you ask me, ma'am, please convert it into future as well. So I will say Rohit will. Will word shows future. Rohit will, and V1 play. Rohit will play the piano. So this is all about your simple form of tenses. Very easy and simple rules are there, and whenever you start observing the word very clearly and connect it with your rule which I have given here, the small little rule, so you will be very much clear about this concept. Now we shall move ahead with the second topic, that is your continuous form. Let's begin with continuous form of tenses. First we will start with present continuous. So what is the rule for present continuous? The rule is we are going to use three helping verbs out here. Is, am, or we are going to use are out here. And what is the second thing which you need to remember? Second thing is V1 plus ing. Dear students, what you are supposed to remember is wherever you find the word continuous, you can see this present continuous, you can see this past continuous, you can see this future continuous, right? Wherever you find the word continuous, you have to remember one thing: the verb base form will be used plus ing will be there, and that is common in all these rules. You can see I have written V plus ing out here also, V1 plus ing out here also, V1 plus ing out here also. Wherever you see the word future, will or shall will be there. That is why I have written will or shall out here. So in the present continuous tense, see dear students, now you will ask me, ma'am, if all the three tenses are using V1 plus ing and a sentence is written in front of me, how will I come to know it is present continuous, past continuous or future continuous? So this is the trick how you will come to know which form is it. Dear students, when you see V plus ing, it is obvious it is a continuous form. If you see is, am or are, from these three, इन तीनों में से कोई भी एक चीज अगर आपको नजर आती है in the sentence is, am or are, that means it is a sentence of present continuous tense. If you are using the word was or were, was या were अगर आपको sentence में नजर आता है with V plus ing, then it is a sentence of past continuous tense. When you will see will shall is there, obviously you will be easily able to identify it as a future tense. Plus you will see V plus ing, so you will come to know it as continuous also. But another unique feature which you need to remember is, along with will, shall and V plus ing, future continuous uses the word BEB. So this is one thing which is making it different. Okay. Now if you will ask me, fine ma'am, is, am, are will be there, but how will I come to know with whom to use is, with whom to use am, with whom to use are? This we have already done in our subject and our helping verb chart. So you must be remembering it from there. Still for your revision, I have written once again. Is used with singular persons like he, she, it. Okay. Am is used with I, they, these, those, we. All these words which show plural subjects, they use are. I have given examples. You can see he is eating mango. I am eating mango. I am not saying I is. I am eating mango. They are eating mango. We never say they is eating mango. No, we say they are eating mango. Plural verbs, plural are is going to be used with plural subjects. They, those, these, we. These are all plural subjects. That is why we have used out here. Now, when you see the sentences, he is eating mango. So, eating, E-A-T-I-N-G, this is going to tell you it is a continuous tense. Now, how will you come to notice present? Because of the verb is. Because of the verb is, you come to know it as present continuous. I am eating mango. Eating, it is telling you continuous. Am word is telling you it is present continuous. They are eating mango. Eating again. Word plus ing. Obviously it is continuous. Our word is telling me it is present continuous. Okay. Similarly, in past continuous, like I said, V plus ing is common. So how will you identify which tense it is? When you see the word was in a sentence with ing, so it becomes past continuous. For example, she was eating mango. So eating you identify continuous. Was is the word which tells you that it is past continuous sentence. When you see they were eating mango, so eating is continuous, W-E-R-E, were. When you see this word, it is going to tell you that it is past continuous. Now you might ask me, ma'am, where to use was and where to use were. So was is always used with singular subjects. For example, like we have already discussed out here, I was he was, I was dancing, he was dancing, she was dancing, it was dancing. Okay. We have were. Were is always used with plural subjects, like they were dancing, these people were dancing, those people were dancing, we were dancing. Understood? Next, let's move ahead to future continuous tense. So that's easy, because wherever you see will and shall, you will identify it is future tense. Then when you will see we plus ing, you will come to know that it is future continuous. Besides that, I told you to remember BEB. Let's see the example. She will be eating mango. So will is there, be is also there, and we plus ing also there. So it is future continuous. I shall be eating. Many people ask me, ma'am, where to use shall? So generally we use shall with I and we. For example, I shall be eating mango. We shall be eating mango. Next, they will be eating mango. Okay. So out here, will is telling you future, be and we plus ing is telling you continuous. So this is how you are able to do continuous form of tenses. Is it clear? How will you identify? Once again, quick revision. Is-MR plus V1 plus ing, that means present continuous. Was-were plus V plus ing, past continuous. Will/shall plus be plus V plus ing is your future continuous. So keep practicing. For sure you will remember all the rules and you will be able to identify any sentence that it is belonging to which sort of a tense. Now let's move ahead with the third topic, that's your perfect form. Let's begin with perfect form of tenses. So basically, what is perfect form? Perfect form means that an action is already completed. Now it depends whether the action is already completed in the present tense, or it was already completed in the past tense, or it will be completed in the future tense. So basically, perfect means an action has already been completed. And we will begin with present perfect tense. So you can see on the board, I have written has, have, and I have written plus V3. Here I have written had plus V3, and there you can see I have written will, shall plus V3. Now dear students, see how you will remember this rule. Otherwise you must be thinking, ma'am is just going on with the rules. How are they going to get into our heads? Very simple to remember. The first form which we had done, that was your simple form, right? And you remember we were using V1 there in the present and in the future. Only in the past we were using V2 because it was in the second position. Okay. Then we saw that in the continuous form, second topic was your continuous, and we saw everyone is using V1 plus ing. Easy to remember. This is the third form, third. So we are going to use the verb third form, and all the three people out here, present, past and future, all are using the V3 form only. So I hope there will be no confusion regarding the form of the verb. Now what is additional that you need to remember? Additional is single word, not that difficult to remember. Out here in present tense, you have to remember that whenever we are discussing perfect form, you are going to use either has or you are going to use have. And when are you going to use has? When your subject is singular. When are you going to use have? When your subject is plural. For example, he, that means one boy, he has eaten his food. When I'm talking about they, I use they have eaten their food. Now one exception you need to remember out here is, although I means a single person, yet we don't use has with I. what do we use? We use have. I have eaten my food. So now dear students, like I was teaching you in the continuous form, again this is another way of remembering. Suppose many sentences are given to you and you are asked to find out that what kind of tense it is. Okay, so whenever you see the third form of tense, it is very easy to identify that we are talking about perfect form, because where we are using V3, we are using it in the perfect form. Okay, but then the question arises that again there is a segregation of three: present, past and future. So how to identify whether it is present perfect, past perfect or future perfect? So what is the easy tactic to remember it? Whenever you see the word will and shall, so it is easy to remember will and shall, it is connected with future only. And you also see the word V3. So will shall is there and third form is there. So definitely it is your future perfect. Okay. How will you identify it is past perfect? When you see the word had and you see that the verb is in the third form. Third form तो तीनों में है, but segregating factor क्या है? Out here in the past had word. When you see had is written in a sentence, so you should know it is a past perfect sentence. For example, he had eaten his food. I had eaten my food. They had eaten their food. So had word is telling me that it is past. And eaten word is telling me perfect, because eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is telling me perfect. Had is telling me past. Will, shall is telling me future. Eaten is telling me perfect. But one more thing you have to remember, like I said, that future is always copying the present tense, right? So because present tense is using have, so future perfect tense is also using have. What is it doing? It is using will, shall plus have plus V3. Okay, so have word is being used out here. So you must have noticed with a slight difference, every time future tense is almost copying present tense. Like you saw that in the continuous also it does the same thing, except it uses BEB to differentiate it. Right here, again what is doing? Will, shall is there to differentiate. Have word is being used and V3 is being used. But yes, has is not used. So that you have to remember. Only it has copied have. Okay. And has is used for singular. Have is used for plural. Had is used with all kinds of subjects. And will, shall is also used with all kinds of subject. I hope it is clear. All the examples are clear. So this was all about your perfect tense. You have seen the examples. He has eaten his food. I have eaten my food. They have eaten their food. Have and V3 present. Had and V3. He had eaten. I had eaten. They had eaten. Had and eaten V3. That is your past. And your future shall have. I shall have eaten my food. They will have eaten their food. So will is used, have is used, third form. That is your future perfect tense. So that's all about the perfect tense. I hope it's clear to you. Now we have almost reached the end of the topic tenses, and this is the last form that I'm going to discuss with you. It's perfect continuous form of tenses. And like the name suggests, perfect form we have already studied, continuous form we have already studied. So when we will do the mixture of this, this form of tense, so you will realize that the rules of both continuous and perfect are mixed together to form this new tense, and you are going to find it very, very easy also. Before I start explaining you the rules, let's understand what exactly is perfect present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense means that there was some action that has started in the past and it is still continuously going on. So that is your present perfect continuous. What is your past perfect continuous? It means that there was an action that had started in the past and ended and another action began. So before the next action began, it had been continuing and then it had ended in the past itself. What is future perfect continuous? Future perfect continuous tense will have the sentences where you will see that in the future some action is going to continue and it is going to end in the future itself. So those kind of sentences will come in the future perfect continuous tense. Now let's come to the rules. Wherever you see the word continuous, I had explained you all, wherever you see the word continuous, what are you supposed to write? You are supposed to write V1 plus ing. So that's the reason I have written V1 plus ing. I have told you people, wherever you see future, you have to write will shall. So I have written will shall out there. Now from the continuous we have picked the V plus ing. So what are we going to pick from the perfect? Perfect had two rules. Either we use has, have, and we use V3. We cannot use V3 because already we have decided to use V plus ing in all the three, because I told wherever you see continuous word, so V plus ing is going to be used. So now what am I going to pick from the perfect rule? I am picking has and have. I have picked has and have. In the past I have picked had. In the future I have picked have. Okay. So now already these things we have picked from perfect as well as continuous. So these rules we have picked from the rules of perfect and continuous. What is new out here? When we mix two things, something new comes out, right? So similarly out here, one new thing we are going to add, and that is been. This is the word which is being used by all the three. If you will ask me, ma'am, how to identify whether a sentence is in perfect continuous form. So again I will tell you, wherever you see V plus ing, definitely it is continuous. How to segregate? Is it just continuous or perfect continuous? If it has words like has, have, then it is present continuous. Present perfect continuous. If it has words like had and you have V plus ing, so it is past perfect continuous. When you have words like will, shall, have and V plus ing, it is your future perfect continuous. And another thing that will let you know is the usage of the word been, which is used in all the three. So when you see had and been and V plus ing is there, it is past. When you see have and you see will, shall out there, because even been is used out here, have is used in present also, V plus ing is also used in present. So how will you differentiate कि sentence present perfect continuous में है या future perfect continuous में है? तो इन दोनों में difference क्या रहेगा? Future is going to use will, shall, have, been plus V plus ing. Present will use either has, either have. Been also it will use have, has, been plus V plus ing. So this is how you're going to identify it. Next, let's take example of a sentence. Sarita has been reading this book for the last 1 hour. So Sarita has been reading this book for how many? 60 minutes. The action has started in the past and it is still continuing. This is exactly your present perfect continuous tense. So has word is telling me that it is perfect. Been and ing is telling me it is continuous. Okay. Another example, he has been doing this work since morning. So what are you seeing out here? Has, that means it is present. Doing, that means it is continuous. Has means present perfect. Doing means continuous. And been is used, that means present perfect continuous tense. Next, another thing you must have noticed, the usage of the word for and since. So words like for and since are used in your present perfect form of tenses when you are talking about these kind of sentences. Next, in the past perfect continuous, they had been dancing for hours before I reached there. So they had been dancing for hours. This action was completed in the past. It was continuing for some time. Next action is before I reached there. So when the next action was going on, so before that this action has already been continued for some time and completed. Maybe they danced for 2 hours, maybe they danced for 3 hours, but before I reached they had finished that work. Next, future perfect continuous. I shall have been doing my work. So this action is going to start in the future and end in the future itself. So I shall have been doing my work. So suppose I ask you tomorrow at 6 p.m. what will you be doing? What exactly is going to happen? So you will say that probably I shall have been doing my work. Next, by the evening he will have been working for 8 hours. So in the evening, we are talking about evening in the future, and that time what is going to happen? He will be starting an action in the future, and when it will be evening time, so that particular action is being continued and it will be continued for almost 8 hours. So an action which is going to start in the future and end in the future itself, it is going to continue for some time span. And once again I'll just repeat how to identify it. First thing, V plus ing. All these V plus ing always tells you continuous form. Has word, had word, have word. These tell you that these are perfect tense sentences. When you see the word been with has, so it is present perfect continuous. When you see the word been with had and be plus ing, it is perfect past perfect continuous sentences. When you see the word been with will or shall and be plus ing, you come to notice future perfect continuous tense. Okay. So these were your different forms of perfect continuous tenses. I have tried my best to make things as simple for you. I hope the lesson is clear to you. If any doubts remain, feel free to ask your queries during the online classes. So all the best with this particular topic. I hope you understand it well.